as I'll ever be.
You see the Netflix stuff that I showed you still? We could totally do a
Yeah,
doc
yeah,
we
yeah,
could do a
yeah.
documentary. It will be Tom instead, right? He could defend himself about Thunder Hawk. Where's the camera? Here? Here? Where do you want me to look?
Yeah, I gotta do a lot of that content creation for Simmies as well. But yeah, let me put this on the screen. Okay, YouTube Golf is more popular. Oh, look at this guy's not even giving me eye contact. You ready?
Yes, I was, putting my phone on do not disturb. I want you to have my undivided attention here.
Okay. YouTube Golf is getting more popular than the PGA. The Path to Par is finally going to play Mount Prospect. Brother versus brother, we might have our own hater series. And Jeff, you've been getting a lot of hate on social media. Welcome back to Two Off the Tee. I am your host, the much better golfer, James Shin. And with me, my co host, the Titleist of Loans. We gotta change that. Jeff Shin. Jeff, welcome back to the show.
Hey, you could call it whatever you want since I'm a guest on your show.
The Noodle of Loans. The
The
Amazon golf balls of loans.
the mojo.
The Mojo.
Stop insulting me,
I don't
please.
even think they make those anymore. I don't even see those anymore.
I don't think so, but I did find one.
That's rare.
I know.
I don't look for golf balls really anymore. The PGA versus YouTube Golf. The PGA just went to the John Deere Classic. Beautiful course that I had the luxury of playing. Congratulations to Goddard on his win. And I believe it was a minus 20. In YouTube Golf, I know you watched it, and I think they finally aired the winner, but I've read that there was more viewers watching YouTube Golf than a pro event.
That's probably true. You know, for me, I was like, so I remember I was like, oh, because I was playing Oak Brook. No, not sorry, not Oak Brook, Old Oak on Sunday, and you know, in the pro shop they had the round on. I was like, oh, John Deere Classic is in town. You know, and most of it. Like, I'm just not aware that it was even here semi locally to us. So I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then I just shared my group. I'm like, oh yeah, James went to play there. So, you know, for the PGA, I know they have their TV rights, media rights here with whatever Peacock, right, and the Golf Channel and things like that. But I mean, I could totally see why YouTube Golf and YouTube is just taking off. It's just way more accessible, and you can watch it on your own time.
Do they not air reruns on YouTube of PGA?
You know, if they do, the algo does not find me for it.
True. I don't think they do. I think there's only highlights of players per event, but I do like watching YouTube golf and social media golf actually a lot. I feel like it's more relatable to amateur golfers. Obviously, it's cool to watch the pros do amazing things, but it's unrelatable. And
I mean, I think anytime you watch pro sports in comparison to, you know, us out there, we're never going to relate to what they go through. But I don't know. I think it's just the way they produce the PGA that it's just not exciting. Whereas YouTube golf, I mean, you're just mic'd up. So because you're mic'd up, you hear every conversation, what's going on between the caddies or the playing partners, you know, things like that. Like for example, for YouTube golf, the I don't think it's really a hater series. What that guy does, what is his name, Short Game King? He's never done a real hater series, right? Or is it a hater series that he's been doing? I'm not familiar with
he's
his
been
content.
he's been doing a hater series. I think Barstool, that guy was first to do it, and then I think now Bob does sports, Short Game King, and I don't know if anybody else does it.
Okay. Well, my point though is at least for the Short Game King, I'm watching a little bit more of his content because you know they're playing in Bolingbrook, so it's local to us. So I'm familiar with the course, and I just find it more enjoyable. It's quick, you know. At least with his edits. I think the second round, the second event that he did was maybe an hour long at best.
Yeah, well, they also only played up to like hole 15 or something. So
Well, it was over by then because it's match play. So,
yes, yeah.
but my point though is it was only like an hour long, so it didn't feel like an hour watching it.
Yeah, I watched it while I was playing some games on my computer and had it on my other screen, and I liked watching it for sure. I like watching the hater series. It's fun to have people chirping and saying how much you suck at golf, and then you play them, and then they're absolutely terrible.
But yeah, like this
Guys,
one,
guys at plus 3.5.
yeah. I mean, maybe the cam. I mean, it is definitely hard to play on camera. I'll admit that as we keep rolling out some of our footage out there, you know, recording and playing is tough, but they don't have to record. They have a cameraman, so it is a little different recording and playing. So maybe the +3 guy had a little stage fright, and if he can't do it on the YouTube camera, ooh, he's gonna have a hard time making it through Q school.
Well, the way he was hitting those balls kinda looked like it was me out there, and also, they weren't actually yeah, they like you said, they had a cameraman, so when we're playing, if we have a one bad hole, we're rushing and trying not to hold up the field, so, yeah, I don't believe that guy was a plus 3.5. I've played with some scratch golfers, and those guys are, to me, incredible. Like, they don't miss fairways, and they don't miss greens, and if they do, it's barely, and they're getting up and down. This guy was 3 putting, this guy was all over the place.
Mm. He wanted his 15 minutes of fame, he got it.
Yeah, he got it. I mean, he got whooped.
Right? Close out by hole 14. I mean, that's a spanking in my book.
I agree. YouTube golf, though, I mean, I'm really enjoying it. I like the hater series going on. I think you might have your own hater series happening.
Yeah, very possible, but have you got a chance to watch, the YouTube golf tour yet?
No, it doesn't really excite me, I don't think. I don't know. I know you said I should have watched it, but it doesn't you didn't really sell me on it last week when you're like, "Oh, it's
No, no,
not
yeah,
that
no,
fun."
for sure. I don't recommend it. If you were to watch it and wanted something to watch, it's not something I go, "Hey, dude, you should check it out," compared to the Internet Invitational. But in this case, I would say for what we do, it's worth watching just to get ideas of what's going on.
I'll see if I could put it in rotation. It You didn't really sell me on it, and I could probably just put it on one of my screens and fast forward while I'm doing work or something, so we'll see. Maybe I'll turn it on and I'll give it a little chance.
Yeah, well, I mean, it seems like I think they have like I was saying, I think they have a lot going on that's very positive in what they do. Me personally, I just don't like the ads that they cut in into what they do. And you could totally tell, and I get it. Again, like I said last week, they had a lot of sponsorships where people are putting up like their scorecard and who it's powered by or sponsored by this whole sponsored by this company and so forth. So I totally get it that you get a lot of eyeballs on it, especially because they had like 3 million views on the first one. I don't know what the number is for their entire tour thing that they did versus the PGA, but they're definitely getting lot of eyeballs. But at least with social media that you touched on, I've been going through comments of other pages and reading it, what people are saying. And it seems like it is getting stale because it's like they're playing the same five people. It's the same rotation. Here, check out this course. Check out this course. We're going to do a 2v2 scramble here at some expensive ass course. And then for the YouTube golf, actually, they're sponsored by some golf app. And I looked at it, I'm like, man, they're charging for all the stuff that you want. I was like, that's dumb. I don't want to use it.
I don't know. I'll have to check and see. I mean, I was trying to look for something to say this video is sponsored by, but I don't have anything
Well, I
worth
mean,
mentioning.
like I think what they're doing is a great job. Just like I would say, like Rick Shields would have been like the OG, the Godfather, and all this that started a lot of the YouTube stuff. Then you got Grant who polished it a lot, and I think, like I was saying, some of the ideas that I had that we were talking about, because even when I was sharing a lot of the ideas before with you, you had a friend call us and go, "Oh, you need to do this, this, and this." Like, yes, it's all part of the plan,
Well,
and I
yes,
think
yes. I
I
was like,
think,
what are you talking about?
huh?
I was like, what are you talking about? But I understand now.
Yeah, so, I feel like we'll get there eventually, and I believe that we are on the right path to adding another layer of content. Because I think the hater series is great, but I think we could do one better than that. Yeah, which I don't wanna take your hosting part of everything, but, like, if you think about it, look at the golf league. We've been running it for 10 years. Now imagine if we had a camera on us playing.
Well, that's what I was saying. It would be really cool. And if my game doesn't get any better, I probably would just drop out next year and just be the cameraman.
Well, not even just you dropping on and being the cameraman. I mean, I feel like we've had a lot of exciting matches that were just cool to watch, especially when you're watching the leaderboard. And I think, when I was playing with a couple people, just talking to them, obviously I asked them like, how do you like the league? Da da da. What do you think? And it always goes back to the leaderboard. It's like, dude, it's pretty cool playing in this large of a field and watching the leaderboard. And how many times have we said it when you're out there competing, you look at the leaderboard, you're like, shoot, and you start choking, and
Yeah. Or you see someone else choking and then you're like, oh, someone just dropped like 3 strokes.
that's what I'm saying. And I think for us, for, the league that we have, I mean, again, how exciting was that finish at Prairie Landing?
That was quite exciting. I'm sure it was more exciting for Sun, with the crowd watching his shot.
He loved it. He loved it
Yeah. I'm sure
because
being
he
the last group is always fun because you have a crowd watching you.
but it just
So,
worked out so great, right? He's like the one of the last groups to go, or is he the last group?
he was the last group, I think.
Right? I mean, what a finish to being the last group where he could either push for tie for first or he goes all in and says, I'm winning this thing. And what, a 3-foot eagle putt that
Yeah,
he has
that
to
was pretty sick.
smoke it over the pond for 200 plus yards?
That was pretty sick.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, wow. And then you can't help but golf clap for him on that win. And I wish, I mean, I got a little footage of it on my camera, but imagine we had a cameraman out there recording this and just watching what's going on.
Yeah, the league dues are gonna have to go up or we're gonna have to, yeah, need some sponsorships or something.
Yeah. So I think for what we produce, I think we're onto something. And kudos to the other guys that are out there that pioneered everything, that started everything, that gave me the idea.
Well, we'll see. Exciting things. I think I know where you're headed towards, so be kind of exciting to see. Anyways, Jeff, moving on. Brother versus brother. We have been playing, haven't played each other and recorded actually. I think we have to record another round soon. But I think we also have another 2v2. Some haters keep chirping up in our ears. I know someone was chirping in your ear the other day, and then someone was chirping in my ear today. And they keep saying we're dodging them all the time.
It's very convenient for people to talk like that, saying we're dodging them when they're literally leaving the state. Who's dodging who? What are we supposed to do? Just pick up our stuff and just go out there because you want to play on a whim? Come on, man.
I think I do need a little bit more,
Yeah, who's dodging who? These guys think they could just show up and go, oh, let's play now, and we're supposed to drop what we do. We're
well,
just
so
being set up. We're being set up to fail. Hey, you want to play in like an hour? Oh, yeah, let me just wrap up and disregard the rest of my day of what I have to do for work.
supposedly next week they're both free, so we'll see if we can set up a time next week.
See, now that works. You give some ample time, something to schedule, and it's like, okay, you want to play? You want to be meaningful? Okay, let's do it. Don't give me an hour notice and say, hey, show up at this course and let's play so we can whoop your ass. It's like, dude, how long have you guys been sitting on this? And then you're trying to just hustle us? Nah.
I agree. Well, we also have our own feud too. We have a brother versus brother series we need to continue on too. We've been playing together off camera. We both played very well. I know we played Mount Prospect last time,
Hmm.
and it was very close. I think.
Yeah, it was very close.
It was
And
kind of close.
then,
Like, what did I shoot at 84? You shot at 90
yeah,
or something. It
and
was pretty
then,
close.
yeah, it was close. I mean, I kind of checked out because it was just I think the math was over at that point. But, I know a couple days ago you asked to play at a different course, the traditions of Chevy Chase, and there was more than enough time for us to prepare and go. And you're so lucky you backed out. Ooh, I would have destroyed you there.
I saw you had a really great round yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of things were working for me yesterday. And I mean, it's not only just the swing. There was a lot of great course management decisions that I did. And I think that was kind of my big thing playing where I was in that I would call it a rut, is that I was just like, whatever. I'll just hit the ball. I'll be in the fairway. I know my game. I could just get on 3-on-1 putt, 3-on-2 putt, that type of thing. And just didn't really have a lot of respect to the course or the game. The opponents, I'll never respect. But the game humbled me that I didn't prepare enough in terms of course management.
I'm curious what course management you could possibly have at Chevy Chase because it's not difficult.
No, it's not overly difficult, right? But it's just being aware of where the bunker is, how far you are away from the bunker, what's the carry, right? And just kind of just a little prep work before hitting your shot instead of just getting out of the cart and just see ball, hit ball. And then, same
I
thing with
think everybody I think everybody does that when they play golf. If this is just something new to you, then maybe that's why you've been playing pretty bad.
well, that's what I'm saying. I take 100% ownership there where I was not respecting the game. I just saw a ball and I would hit it. And wherever it goes, it goes. And I was like, you know what? I thought about it. I was like, what the hell was working last year and what's not working this year? And what really fired me up too is it's not a lot of money that we're betting for, to be honest, right? But you know how we like to do the 10-10-10 NASA?
Mhm.
And I just got tired of losing. That's the God honest truth. I just got tired of losing, giving, someone $30 out there every single time we played. I'm like, "This is annoying." It's like little
It does
paper.
add up.
Yeah, I don't care if it adds up. It's just the paper cuts where I was like, dude, this is just annoying that I have to constantly send this guy $30. And it's just like, when we had the podcast with Cowboy where David was saying, he's like, it's not about the dollar amount. It's the fact that you have to open up your wallet, take out the dollar bill or whatever it is, and hand it over to someone. In this case, it's more digital and we just do Cash Apps or Venmo. But my point though is I just hate going onto the financial apps, clicking on pay instead of request.
It does hurt losing, whether it's $10 or $5. I do agree. I don't like
Yeah,
losing, period, so
yeah, and you know what? I'll be like, so you're lucky you didn't show up, but I will say though, it was definitely fun playing. I would say solid golf, decent golf. I guess it depends on who you talk to, but I feel like it was, pretty good golf that we played out there, and it was fun because every time you play NASA, you have everything resets. And Son and we just kept going back and forth with holes,
I saw. I was
and I
following
could
along.
And
I
I
was
I could
following
see him
along.
I could see him getting frustrated because even, the infamous hole that I got a hole in one on,
Mhm.
6, I think.
Something
So,
like that, yeah.
pin is on the back left side. He attacked it. He went long, and it's protected by bunkers, and it was kind of in the middle, so and then, if it bounces or if it doesn't check up, it's just running off the green. And if you hit it bad, you're going into the bushes or the apartments.
Mhm.
Right? So what did I do? I pretty much just played center. And he looked at me. He's like, "Oh, business out there, huh? Laying it up, huh? Just going for center." And he just kept trying to like needle me here, like just playing smarter golf instead of just attacking the pin when I didn't think it was necessary.
Hmm. Little thinking involved in the golf game for you now. I wonder what changed that. Is it because you played Mount Prospect with me and you heard my thought process of playing golf or something? Kinda
No, I
interesting.
not really. I'm telling you, I just got tired of losing. I got tired of losing. I was like, okay, are done now. I
Well,
know
I
I'm
will
bet
say an 82 is a very well respectable round.
and you know
Easy
what?
course, but you had to hit the shots and make the putts, so kudos to you.
Yeah,
82, very, very respectable round, I will say.
and you know what? It kills me because after the round, I knew it too once I finished. I was like, "Man, I could have broke 80." And it's just like literally 3 holes, 3 holes. And I know exactly the 3 holes what I did wrong.
Well, it looked like you got up and down a lot too, I think.
Yeah, for sure. No, I did. There's just a lot of scrambling, stuff like that, and the holes that I did get on reg, I just happened to 3 putt for bogey. So,
Mm,
you clean those up. I mean, I know there's 2 already, and there was 2 on 2 par 5s that I 3 putted. So that brings me down to 80. So like it literally came down to 1 hole.
mhm.
A birdie could have
Well,
helped me, a par could have helped me, something.
almost shoulda, coulda, woulda. We've all had those rounds where we say the
Didn't
same
you?
things.
And then you played earlier this week Contigny, didn't you? Is it Contigny, Cantigny? What the hell how do you pronounce it? But you shot 82 or 84?
Antigone? I
Cantigny?
shot a I shot at 84, I think. I played with the same ball the whole round. That was nice. I think we played the blues, which I think is like 6,800 yards.
Okay.
The distance, there was no problem with distance at any of the holes, but I played pretty good, I think. My short game was on. My driver kind of cooperated for the most part. I wasn't like I think I took one drop on a par 3. There was water on the right and it kind of hit the slope and rolled down and it was sitting on top of some grass in the water. And I was like, "Man, do I take my socks off and do I try to hit this one?" But I was like, "Dude, we're not playing for anything." I was like, "I'll just take my drop." I ended up chipping it pretty close, and then it was really close. I think they even gave me the putt. It was so close.
I'm surprised you guys don't do a little gambling, not even for a lot of money.
Mm. Well, someone asked, but I declined.
Really? Who asked?
I think England wanted to do like a 2v2, him and Short versus me and Sebastian, and
Well, you guys totally should have done that for a little money.
well, we would have whooped their ass because with the handicap, we both shot even. And then with the handicap, they both shot like +7 and +8. I mean, I won straight up too, so I mean, we destroyed them. And Sebastian was doing pretty well too. And then hole 18, he got like a snowman or something. He had to take 2 drops.
Ooh.
But yeah, it was good to finally get back and be able to hit the golf ball. Did some range session because I had to fix the shanks, and I think I figured out why I'm shanking. I can't believe, like, 16 years into this game, I got a case of the shanks again, but Tim Cook gets the shanks, and he's like a swing coach or something, so if he can get it, anyone can get it, and I think I fixed the shanks, so I have a little bit more confidence standing over the ball. There was a couple holes where I was really nervous standing over the ball again, and I was praying to God that I don't shank it, and I didn't. So I've made some improvements to my game again. I'm very happy about it, and I did do some smart course management. I Do you remember that course? There's like a par 5 where, like, there's water on the right, and then there's a bunker. Then your second shot, there's 2 bodies of water on the right and left, and I forgot what side it is. It's like hole 2 on one of the nines. It's a very hard par 5. It's very annoying, but I honestly I took 5 iron off the tee, then I had to take 6 iron and then 9 iron into the I think no, maybe a pitching wedge into the green. Very annoying hole, very and after that hole, I was like, "I don't like this hole. It's too much focus, there's too much thinking involved." I kinda, like, wanna just go and hit driver and then, like, figure out what I gotta do, not, "Oh, I gotta take a 5 iron, I gotta measure out how far the water is to here and make sure where the bunker is here and aim for the bunker, take a club that I can't get to there, and then what's my second shot? Gotta hit a 170, 180 shot here and then have a wedge in." There's way too much thinking involved on that hole. Walked out with the
Speaking
bogey,
of
so I was happy.
speaking of that, actually, that was the start of it when we were playing at Old Oak on Sunday, where I was like, "Okay, let me get back in the rhythm of just course management and doing that." I did the same thing, you know how Old Oak starts as a par 5? All my playing partners drove it, so I was like, "You know what? I'll just grab a 3 hybrid, get it out there, stay safe, another hybrid." So, I was like, "You know what? think I was playing a little bit too safe, that got me into trouble." But the overall regardless of the score, I was happy with the outcome of what happened, because I was like, I committed to, like, getting on the fairway, and what I was gonna ask you is, even on that par 5, yeah, you used a 5 iron, 6 iron, and a wedge in. Was that terrible, or was it pretty easy?
The approach shot was a little scary because there's water left and right, so if you hit a pretty bad hook or slice, I think you would be in the water, but, my iron play is pretty solid for the most part, so
Well,
I wasn't too scared or wasn't too worried. It was just a smart play to do.
that's what I'm saying, right? And I was thinking about it over and over and over. I'm like, some of these holes, I don't need to overpower it with my driver. Sure, it's fun to hit it, and really started putting more thought into it where I was like, and I'm revealing so much, but I'm gonna whoop your ass and brother versus brother, that just like in anything, right? Trading, work, boring works. Boring golf works. When I was playing certain holes the way I did it, it was just I felt a lot of pressure off my shoulders. Went up there, was pretty comfortable with the club selection, got on, got out of there, and let's move on. And I feel like
Yeah,
sometimes when you're trading, yeah, I know, like, I'll tell you, it's like, "Oh my god, this thing ran up to 100%. This thing is now up 200." It's like, "Oh my god, I left 5 grand on the table on this trade here." But at the end of the day, you don't die from taking profit, and
that's right.
you don't lose your
That's right.
head, and you don't lose your mental whatever edge or head case out there, the emotions when you're losing your golf ball, hitting aired shots, when sometimes a nice 5 iron, easy 6 iron, and a nice little wedge 100 yards in. Walk out with par, and let's move on. This hole's just not meant for
Yeah.
me to score.
There was another hole, that shorter par 4 where there's water left and right. It's a shorter par 4, and then you have to hit onto, like, the island green.
Hmm.
All 3 of them took driver that hole, all 3 of them went in the water. I hit a 5 iron off the tee, had a wedge into the green, so
I know which hole you're talking about. Is that the one where I yelled at you, where I was like, "There's water on the right"? I'm like, "You should have drove it. You've been driving really well." Like, why would I do that? Narrow up here. There's water here. I could just safely get on here and just chip on.
maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, because I mean, it has to be. Well, anyways, whatever. I think I know what you're talking about. If you hit it in the water, and you're right. I mean, 3 of them got a penalty for trying to drive it. You looked at it, it's like, yeah, I can get it out there with my iron and I'll walk out with par. If I birdie, great, but par's good.
It's just a lot safer landing zone with the 5 iron versus a driver 'cause hit it too far, it gets too narrow where it lands, so that was the right play. I mean, I think I'm making some better choices out there in the golf world. I haven't played a lot, so I'm kinda rusty, and going to the range and getting in the habit of hitting some golf balls has really helped too. So I think I might go to the range again today to work on some things because after I saw your score yesterday, I texted Matt and Mike because they were saying, like, "Your brother's having a hell of a round." And I was like, "I might have to do an emergency range session, like, I can't lose this guy." I actually called the golf center, and I was like, "Hey, I heard you guys are, like, under closed for maintenance or something." I'm like, "What's going on?" He's like, "Yeah, yeah, we're redoing the range." And I was like, "Damn, I don't wanna drive to Diversity right now."
Yeah. I'm telling you, so I thought about it, I put some thought into it, and I was like, it just makes sense. I don't need to overpower the course. Certain holes, I know my distances, right? Some of them is reachable, some of them not. Some of them I could three putt, or not three putt, 3 on 2 putt, 3 on 1 putt. It's not sexy by any means. It's boring, but it gets the job done.
Good golf is boring,
It
actually.
for sure is boring. But you know what? It might be boring for everyone else to see, but for me, I was like, oh, this is fun.
Yeah, that's what I was saying
And
the other day. I was like, "Golf is fun again when you're playing well.
for sure.
When you're
And that's
not, it
why I hate
sucks."
I hate revealing too much, but brother versus brother, we gotta talk about it. Episode event 3. It's my turn to pick because you will not concede that Bridges was supposed to happen. So
Go pick the day. I can't play Monday. I can't play Monday, so pick a day.
let's shoot for next Tuesday. And I'm thinking Blackstone or Arrowhead.
Man, Blackstone's so far.
That's why I'm thinking both. I would be okay not going to Blackstone because it is far, and we could do Arrowhead.
Okay, see if they even got times.
We don't need to do it right now, but as of right now, event 3, my course selection is Arrowhead.
They don't have anything.
Okay.
They got nothing.
Okay. Well, then I'll have to circle back here and I'll pick a course.
Go to Highland
Maybe we'll
Woods. The
yeah, well, let's
classic
do
Highland Woods.
classic Highland Woods. Yeah, we could do Highland Woods.
It would be very low scoring game.
We'll go low.
Really trash the place though.
Anyways, we'll figure out event 3. I thought we could do Arrowhead and I could have got it on discussed it a little bit, but clearly you can't. So I would hate to travel
They have
far.
times Wednesdays and Thursdays, just not Tuesday for some reason.
Oh, then we'll do Wednesday. That's fine. If it's wide open, we could just do Wednesday.
Kind of open, not wide open.
Hey, as long as it's open and just it could be us two not bothering other people recording, let's do it.
Sure. I'll whoop your ass there too. No worries.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, then it's
Well, it's
set.
been settled. Brother versus brother, game 3 is on the way. Jeff is 0-2. He might be 0-3. We might be bringing out the broomstick, like I called it. It's going to be a sweep.
Mm.
Jeff,
We're
moving
gonna,
on.
no. I sorry, I take that back. Let's do Sanctuary, or is that too far?
That was kind of far, but
Okay. We'll do Arrowhead, but I do want to play Sanctuary. It actually seemed nice, and I hate that we played there in the rain.
we can go to like that Pine Meadow place or whatever too, or Randall Oaks. We can go to.
You can pick whatever course you want that you think you would have an advantage. I'm taking Arrowhead.
That's fine by me.
Yeah,
Arrowhead it is. Game 3.
I should pick Chevy just to show you what's up.
You won't beat me there either.
Okay, well, we're both on a hot streak here, shooting sub 90s. We both have realized that we need to play smarter golf, which tells me that we're back on focus. And the 2v2s, where the world is challenging us, game over.
Well, excited to play game 3. Finally happening. Brother versus brother. And we'll have to silence all the haters out there who's like making comments. But anyways, we'll talk about the comments later. Jeff, moving on to the turn here. Path to Par, Saturday. We're going to Mount Prospect for the first time ever in the league. And today there was some people playing a practice round there I saw on Grint. So the league is heating up. People want to make the cut. And people don't want to miss the cut either. So they're trying to keep their standings and people are trying to get some points and climb up. Very interesting to see. It is our home course. I would say it's our home course. We know it very well, and so do a lot of other people. And I can't wait. I can't wait for Saturday. I'm very excited I'm very excited. I think I have a really good chance of winning there, actually.
I think it could be anyone's game, and it's not just the 2 guys that went out there today. Asian Wick was out there earlier in the week.
I saw that. I think he played 9 holes, I saw.
Yeah, and then Dina was out there. I saw her story at the practice facility.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm getting text messages earlier in the day going, "Hey, you wanna check out the short game at, Mount Prospect?"
Wow.
So, I mean, I guess it's nice because Mount Prospect is a very central location. It's not very hard to get to for a lot of people.
Yeah, it's somewhat easy to get to. The practice
It's a
facility is
nice
great.
it's a nice practice facility, what they going on. I mean, it is nice, and it for the amount of people that I see going there and playing, I think they do a pretty damn good job of keeping up with it.
Yeah.
Even the
No, I love
even the practice green, the short game area, I mean, it's beat up, but I mean, can you imagine how many golf balls hit that green every single day?
Yeah. I mean, it's always busy, so it's getting used up a lot, but the problem is that a lot of people don't fix their pitch marks.
Yeah, I mean, that's yeah. But who I mean, besides you thinking who's gonna win, I mean, we got this cut line, we got things serious here. This bottom of the list, I mean, you probably have it up. Let me pull it up here and look. You think how big of a shakeup do you think we're gonna have?
Honestly, I'm hoping I get first. I'm tired of tying for first. There needs to be a I don't know, someone in the comments gotta think about how we do ties for first, because 'cause I'm
You know,
tired of tying for first.
I did think about that, and I'm not familiar with how soccer is with the World Cup, but they have like some type of point system where if you win, you get 3 points. If you tie, you get 1 point. So
I thought they do a shootout or something.
no, 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 no. So what if there's a draw, even if you have a shootout and there's a draw, if there's a tie, each team gets 1 point. Now, I don't know the particulars of this part, but I believe there's something there where they have that first round that mathematically, if 2 teams tie, how does 1 team advance? Then it's based on the amount of goals that they got, total points. So even if you win 1 game versus a team 2-1, 3-1, you still get 3 points for winning. Well, let's say you lose, you only have a total of 3 points, and that's what happened to, like, Korea. They didn't have enough goals scored that would push them over the tiebreaker part. So my thought is, for tiebreakers, what if we did it where because of logistics, we can't get back out there and play a hole, which would be the easiest way of doing it, but maybe we could go based on the least amount of penalties or the most amount of birdies?
Well, I don't know, because a better golfer is probably gonna have more birdies or more pars, less penalties.
Well, if you guys both tie, then yeah.
Well, if it's me tying with, like,
No,
I don't
I'm
know,
not
like,
saying
Jordan,
straight up birdies. I think with the handicap, it should count if you get a stroke.
a lot of napkin math you're gonna have to do to figure it out, but maybe.
Yeah, I mean, we could figure it out, but for the standings here, I'm looking at my phone right now. I think you were mentioning, we have a tight race between 3 to 400. You
Yeah,
know how
there's 3 more events. The next one's gonna be a major, so points will be worth more. I think safely last year you needed, around 500 points to be in the running, but that was also because we only had 22 players, so now we have 26?
Yeah, I mean, it gets really interesting because I think Sebastian is making his return.
Yes. Yes, he was on a vacation trip, but he's making his return and he's making the major as well.
Is he aware of his slide down the
I
leaderboard?
don't know, but he did mention the cut line the other day. I think he knows he's pretty close. I think he knows he's pretty close to the cut line. So yeah, he's aware. I mean, the bottom guys are no one's really safe right now.
No, it's pretty damn close because if they could just place somewhere in the top 3, top 4, I mean, they're just gonna move themselves up the leaderboard.
Yeah, and we got
I
a
mean,
lot of people fighting on the bottom or who's right near the cut line. Those guys are really battling. Asian Wick, I see last event he went up four places.
yeah,
He's been practicing and he's determined not to lose. He's determined to make the cut at least.
yes, I know.
I talked to Eric Cowboy today and he's always just bitching about something. But I was like, everyone else, he's like, I don't have a chance to win. I'm like, dude, it's all handicap based, and I've won or I tied twice this year. I'm up in the leaderboard. I'm up there. So stop crying. that you can't win or something's unfair. Like we're all showing you that you could be at the top. So the handicap system is great. I mean, I will say that the top like 10 are like the best players, I feel like almost. Like straight up wise. The top 10 are in there.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's going to like whoever is actually trying and practicing and playing well, those guys are still kind of on the top, kind of how it like it should be. I mean, if you're a high handicap, like you
Man, you
gotta
know
have
how
more
crazy it is?
consistency.
Have you looked at this thing, this leaderboard? It gets crazy. If Lorenz could get 3rd place, 190, or even 4th place, what is it? 4th place is 90 points or something?
I don't know the points.
I mean, you
Fourth
would
fourth
need
place is 135.
so if you could get 4th, I mean, and yeah, that would push him up quite a bit, assuming that places 12 to 16 do not do well and get a couple participation points, they could slide down quite a bit.
The major is a lot of points too. Like the major 4th place is 325 points. The major is gonna shake up the leaderboard as well, like by a lot.
Man, I'm glad that you guys convinced me to have a cut line because it's actually fun having a cut line this year, looking at the leaderboard and everyone like, shoot, like I'm on the bubble. Or other people going, no, man, I'm way better than this. It's like, well, prove it.
It's exciting. I was kind of coasting with, you know, making the cut, but I want that bye week. I don't wanna play 7 bridges, that's for sure. I don't wanna play there. So, I'm gonna really try to do well at Mount Prospect. I'm gonna try to do really well at McRae. Might even play a practice round at McRae.
Oh, yeah, let's do that. We'll do McRae, brother
For what?
versus brother, event 3, 2 birds with 1 stone.
You wanna play there twice in the same week?
Yeah, why not?
Sounds boring.
No, it's a very important week.
We'll see.
'Cause if
Maybe.
yeah, no, we'll play twice.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's gonna be really interesting what happens to the standings. It's really tight at the cut line. It's really tight down there. So I'm excited to see
Yeah,
what
I
happens.
told
And as we get closer, no one's gonna give anybody an inch. No one's gonna give anybody any putts. You know, people are
which
gonna be watching people out there. So it's gonna
so
be really
speaking of
interesting.
it, James, I know we're going a little long here about the path to par. Markers are coming in. Tell me about the rule change here because, and I asked this because I see a lot, and maybe we'll do. You know, this will be the last thing we talk about to jump into some of the social media stuff that I've been seeing. But I bring this up because I'm seeing a lot of videos of people bashing handicap leagues or not, or just handicaps in general,
Uh,
and it originally brings me back to what we discussed in the beginning of the year. You got the vanity guys that probably don't have the handicaps that they say they have, and you get the sandbaggers here that want to keep it. So it's like an ego thing versus like whatever, right? The sandbaggers. And you know, for our league, I've been commenting a lot on different places saying this is what we've been doing for our league. I don't know what you're crying about. That you act like this guy that's a plus 20 guy. God forbid he breaks 100 and beats you on one of your better days. Like, is he not allowed to have some competitive juice that day as well with you? Because he's determined to beat you and you're determined to whoop his ass. And it brings out the best in both parties. So I know for you said no one's going to give anyone an inch. We made some recent rule changes here to our league to make things better. And we know that I didn't even realize next week's our major. So it's a pretty big week this week and going into next week for people.
it is. It's gonna be really tight. I think once people see where they're at in the standings and how everything kind of all comes down to it, you know, people I think people are gonna start saying, "Hey, that's not good. You can't do that. You can't do this." Like, I think this is gonna be interesting. And then the playoffs, you know, like once they make the playoffs, you're gonna be like, well, I could win 2 or 3 grand. Like, no, you ain't getting you know? You know, you can't, "Oh, your ball's over there in the weeds." You can't improve your life. You can't cut those leaves down or whatever. You know, there's gonna be they're gonna I don't even know if people are gonna do this. It's like, "Oh, your club touched I saw a grain of sand move." I don't know if people are gonna be like that. I don't know what's gonna happen. So, I
But
mean, I know
so
when we play, we just know, like, "Hey, you're not supposed to your club's not supposed to touch the sand." I think if
so with
you accidentally move 1 grain of it, we would probably be like, "Whatever, it was probably an accident," but I don't know what the league's gonna do. I mean, we're kinda like
well, the markers are coming in and they'll be available for this event that we could just start getting in the habit of it going into the playoffs.
You know, the this course though, it's I don't know if it's gonna be as needed as other places because Mount Prospect gives you free drops in many, many areas.
Yeah, but I want you to how did you come up with the rule with the markers and why we're doing it? Because my point is I see a lot of people talking about how it's unfair and what we're doing to make our league better, which is why I believe if we ever get a camera, our content would be way better than a lot of the YouTube stuff out there.
Just because we have golfers who are always taking drops and stuff?
Yeah,
Hmm. Well, it wasn't really my idea. Someone called me and was chirping in my ear that there should be a rule change about suspicious activity, I guess I should say. And so I thought, I was like, how do you police suspicious activity? Like, yes, this game is based on the honor system. Will people do funny stuff when there's money involved, cut lines, especially money? You know, there's like 2 or 3 grand to the winner. Well, will someone do fishy stuff out there when no one's looking? You never know. And there's a lot of times, and I think even with people with me, they're like, "Oh, you found your ball?" And I was like, "Yeah, like what the like what the hell?" So I think even to like people to keep me honest as well, and everybody honest, the only way to really make sure that no one's really cheating is that like your cart partner marks your golf ball. So everybody's gonna have a different color Sharpie, ones that are not popular like black, blue, or red, and everyone's gonna be handed one. And you're gonna have to draw like a dot or something on your playing partner's ball. So if you are with me and you have a green marker, you could put like a dot or 2 dots on my golf ball or whatever, you know? And if I hit an errant shot and I say I found it and you think it's suspicious, you call sus on me and I have to show you that ball. And if those green dots are not on that ball, I'm sure the league will vote, put it to a vote again, and disqualify you. And also, I think we made a rule minus 1,000 points if you get caught cheating. Was that what
that's
we
bas
discussed?
I know, I think 1,000 I think we have to fine them. I think the first one is a 500 point deduction.
I think it was 1,000.
That would just basically kick them that would just end their season.
Don't cheat.
Mm. That seems very severe, I would say. I would say there should be at least first offense, 250 points. Second
No,
offense,
that's too
500.
light. No, that's too light.
Whoa.
That's like fining the NBA multimillionaire like $1,000 for cursing. Like what? That means nothing.
You
That's
think they get
nothing.
fined 10,000, $100,000? You think that's
No,
meaningless?
it's like giving somebody a speeding ticket who's a millionaire. It's like $50. That. That's meaningless, you
Mm.
know? But there's countries who make it a percentage of your net worth or something. Because $100 ticket to somebody might mean a lot, but $100 ticket to somebody else might be pennies. But if it's like 2% of your net worth or something, they're gonna be like, I'm not gonna speed anymore. You
It's
know?
not worth cheating. Yeah, I get it. I get it.
It's gotta be 1,000 points, man.
1,000 points just eliminates them for the year.
Then don't
That
cheat. Then don't cheat. Then don't
okay.
cheat.
Hey, I'm with you.
Don't
I'm with
cheat.
you.
Don't cheat.
I'm with you because
I think
there
I
were
think that's what we agreed to. I think that's what the board agreed to is I think at first we said 500 and we're like, no, no, no. It's got to be more severe. You cheat, you're basically you're in the cut line. You cheat. I think that's what it's got to be.
mm, okay.
Incorrect. I don't know. Incorrect scorecard, sus activity out there.
I think the sus activity is the biggest thing because an incorrect scorecard could be easily fixed because you could fat finger a hole, right? That's just the reality. You might make an error, which is why I think we say the carts should monitor and police that. And I think we came up with a great rule and why our league is so much better than everyone else's. And I feel like if we had a camera, we would have a lot of great content. Like yeah, a playing partner should mark their ball and have some type of footprint on there, some marking to be aware that hey, it might be lost because for the most part, it's very easy out there when you're playing a golf ball that you might have hit a bad shot. And not that it's the same, but like on hole 17, I hit a bad drive and I was like, damn it, I cannot lose this way right now. So I'm searching for my ball over and over, and I'm like finding everyone else's golf ball. I'm like, everyone has a TaylorMade, everyone has this, and I started thinking, I'm like, yeah, I'm glad that we came up with this rule. I happen to be playing a Bridgestone out there, so that didn't affect me. But my point though is, it could be easily missed that you found your ball and you might even play the wrong tailor-made ball, like the situation with the guy that we caught cheating accidentally, that he played the wrong ball. And who knows, right? Right. And who knows? You're playing a tailor-made. There's plenty of tailor-made golf balls out there on the course or even a Titleist. You could easily hit the wrong ball and then realize it later, throw it in your pocket, and no one knows any better.
Well, a lot of golf is like the honest, honesty policy, the honest system, game of integrity. Everyone has that thought out there when you hit an errant shot, the game is close, your playing partner's walking or dual looking for their ball over there, and you're by yourself. You got $100, or you got $50, $100 on the line, and you're down a stroke. Now you got to take a drop, but no one's watching you.
Isn't
Everyone
it
has
funny?
that thought.
It's not
Everyone
even a
has that
lot of
thought.
it's not even a lot of money at the end of the day, but it's just you just wanna win. And just like that one guy we caught cheating, the next year he did some bullshit too. Did I ever tell you?
I don't know, but I'm not sure it's nice to badmouth people on this show all the time.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying that it's funny how sometimes people think they could get away with stuff and you think no one's watching and what's going on. You think I'm just oblivious while I'm out here playing against you? Like I want to win too, but I also don't want to I don't want you beating me in that fashion. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing that bugs me. Like this guy on the South course at Arrowhead bombs a ball, hits it way left to the green. Supposedly hit it to the green side. I was like, okay, that's kind of far, but sure. Walks around all through the tall grass. Says he found it. Chunks a chip shot, which I feel like was cheater's justice happening there. Then he chips onto the green and gets on. Sure enough, this ball rolls up close enough to where I'm standing, where I look, and I'm like, that's a different ball. And I asked, I'm like, what happened to the ball that you were playing holes 1 through 9? He's like, oh, I threw it away. I'm like, I've never heard of someone throw away a golf ball after 9 when they're playing
I
well. You threw away a golf ball on 10?
if it well, when I was flush with TP5s, if it had like a scuff mark from the cart path or a tree or something, I would chuck it.
Well, you're still playing a TP5. This guy's playing an
That
assorted
part,
amount of
yes. I'm
right?
still playing TP5.
But I'm saying though, if you're playing well holes 1 through 9 and you didn't lose that golf ball, are you switching it out or are you still playing with the same ball?
I'm still playing the same ball if it doesn't have a huge gash on it.
That's my point, right? That's what I'm saying. If you're playing really well and there's no blemishes on the golf ball, why are you just randomly switching it out?
Well, I think the person you're talking about, they play whatever golf balls they find, and
I know, and that
they
was
don't
my
have a dedicated brand.
I know, and my point is he was playing the same balls hole 1 through 9. Hole 10, he hits a bad drive, found it, chunks his chip shot, then chips on, ball rolls up to my feet, and I look, I'm like, this is a totally different golf ball that he was playing holes through 1 through 9.
Mhm.
And
Well,
I
I
asked,
think it's a good thing we're doing this for sure.
I think so too. And I'm not, that's the one time I didn't expect people to cheat, but the guy was so despo to win that he did that. And sure enough, the ball rolled up to me where I looked. I'm like, that's a whole different brand. That's not the ball I tap back to you or whatever, helped you pick up on 1 through 9 at any given moment. So why switch all of a sudden when you're playing really well too, right? Like I feel like most golfers would be superstitious. Why would you switch your ball? It's bringing you good luck, right? I'm not crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I think the rule is gonna be really good. I mean, I put 1 dot to the right of the number on my golf ball on both sides. So I think I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna ask the other partner that I have to put 1, like, whatever dot up or down or right of my dot so that they know it's my ball. I'm not really worried about myself, but I think it's good for other people to also see that, like, hey, I'm not cheating. These are my real scores. Because if there's any doubt that someone has, there was no real way to me to prove to them, like, hey, this was actually my ball. Because if I hit an errant shot, I'm bringing another ball in my pocket, right? And then it has the same black dot on my ball. So if I tell you, hey, I found it, you'll never know. Although with me, if I hit an errant shot, I bring a ball, and if I find my ball, I throw that ball down like where my putter or my wedge is or something, because I don't like having anything in my pocket. So that's how people always know that either I found my ball or I didn't find my ball, because I will never putt with another ball in my pocket. And A lot of people don't know that about me. So if someone else marks my ball, if you think something is suspicious, which it very well could be, very well could have been that, I hit a tree, it came right down, and my ball is magically safe. Happens, sure. But if you are suspicious about it, you can call me out and I'll show you the ball. I have no problem. So I think it's a good way to police people, keep people honest, keep the integrity of the game how it's supposed to be made. And you as the CEO and emoji king, I don't know where the hell that came from. You have to protect the field. And that is a rule that needs to be Oh, I gotta make an announcement about it. I totally forgot. I also have to announce that it's minus 1,000 points if you get caught. There is a penalty for this. You get DQ'd and you get a minus 1,000 points.
Okay.
So if you feel like cheating, go ahead. Someone's gonna catch your ass, and then you're not in the cut. And I'm sure the only people who are gonna have a gripe about it is probably the same two people who complain about everything. So we'll see what happens.
We will, but I think it's a great rule, and I think that's what makes our league better than any other league out there.
Yeah, I mean, we've been playing a lot of golf. This is like our 16th year or something, or 15th year playing golf. Like we've been around the block. I think I know of all the ways that people cheat. There's like you can't fool me. We're counting everyone's strokes out there too. So if you're off, people know it's very easy. I think everybody counts everybody else's stroke because I swear to God, at Thunderhawk, there was a time where I totally forgot my score and Ross called me out, and I looked at him, I was like, "You motherfucker." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "Yeah,
Dude,
you sent one in the" he was like, "You sent one in the water." I was like, "Oh, yeah, I shanked one." So I
dude,
get it. People can make mistakes.
everyone's counting everyone's strokes. I know this because even when we were playing Chevy Chase, where son was like counting, like I asked, Andrew, like, "What'd you get?" He's like, "Oh, he got double." And then
Oh,
Andrew
everyone
is like, I'm like, "Damn, son's counting your strokes now, huh? He can keep up with what's going on." And if you really think about it, I mean, it's not
it's hard to
very
keep up
difficult.
when you guys have an 8.
Yeah, but when you're on in 2 or 3, right? It's easy to keep track of someone else's score. That it's just more of an honesty policy, and I don't see the problem where it may be a little annoying, but it's not terrible that someone's counting your strokes, and it's good that someone's, is like, "Oh, shoot, he's watching, like, I need to be on my toes."
I think everybody watches, whether this group or any other group, because Ross is new to this group and he's counting people's strokes too. He's watching. He's not
Mhm.
trying to lose. He's not trying to lose. He's watching people too. So I have this feeling that everybody watches and knows what other people are getting. And now there might be some people in the comments who are like, "Oh, you guys are wasting people's time keeping up pace and who cares?"
And speaking of comments, I
Oh, you
see
want
a
to go to the
lot.
last topic, huh?
Yeah, I see a lot of comments in our social media page. I happen to read a lot of your responses to all these individuals. And again, I know we're trying to be teammates here with the 2v2 stuff, but damn, dude, Benedict Arnold over there, just
I
throwing
have
you
my
under
own
the bus.
opinions. I am allowed my own opinions.
Yeah.
I'm allowed my own opinions. People are categorizing us together in your opinion and slandering my name out there too. They're calling me a too. Not only you, they're calling me one.
Yeah, and you know what? Those guys are all wrong in what they're talking about. There's a handful of people that came on and said it where they're like, "Oh, you're wrong." And I mean, I don't understand where they're like, unless everyone just golfs for fun and it just thinks it's going to top golf. I don't think that's the behavior of playing golf. And I'm maybe this gets out there and people see it, but I mean, I think anytime people play golf, hasn't it always been competitive?
I know because I played with Short Monday at Cantigny, and there are many times where he's like, "I just don't keep score anymore when I'm playing," and I'm like, I've never done that. I've never
That's what
not
I'm saying.
kept
Like, I
score.
just I don't I to me, I don't understand any of that. Like, okay,
I
well,
mean, because
let's play basketball, James. You have no idea what the score is? You have no idea what's going on? Like, I don't understand. To me, I don't understand that. And to the comments, I don't how stupid some of these guys are. The birds are bothering you when they're chirping? Yeah, dipshit, the birds are bothering me because they're chirping. No, the whole point is if you stand directly behind me and I'm here and I could see you here without turning my head, you're in my way, right? Like you're in my peripheral vision. Like you're right here. I can see you without turning my head. Why are you standing here?
I
Go
think
back
that you need to
further.
I think you need to tell them to move.
Yeah, you could step further back, but why you gotta be that close?
I think you need to tell people that they gotta move.
I know I do, but all these people in the comments, "Oh, you're mentally weak. You're one soft." Hey, I never asked Earl Woods to be out there to train me to go on the PGA Tour. It's already hard enough hitting this damn golf ball. You think I need someone behind me? You think I'm the last thing I expect someone I'm playing with is to zip up the bag? And I said it in the video that I posted. It didn't happen to me. It happened to someone else that was hitting the ball that someone else zipped up their bag.
I get
And
it.
it's like,
Hey, I get it. I was a notorious golf terror offer in people's swings. I did it all
dude,
the time in people's swings.
do you remember that time? And this is why people are like, "Oh, you're mentally weak." It's like, no, man. The other person's very inconsiderate. Remember that time where Henry was playing really well? Like he was even through 8, and you happen to just rip off your golf club in his
I don't
backswing?
know. I remember he probably did it to me the next hole or
Well,
something.
that's whole dude. He kept doing this. He kept doing it over and over. And that's my point. It's like, why can't you wait 30 seconds, 10 seconds, 5 seconds, right? Why
I
can't
get
you
it.
just
I
wait?
I was that
I know
guy.
you
I was
get it,
that
but these
guy.
guys out there that it seems like we've labeled them the COVID golfers of the world. Why is it so difficult not to do some of these things? And speaking of even just the comments, music. I think this music thing is just getting ridiculous at golf courses. Do you need to really jam out for 4 hours?
I don't know. I mean, when we first started, we played music, and then we kind of went through a phase where we didn't,
Yeah, I know, but
and
we
now
played
music is
music,
kind of coming back in.
but we never played music where we could hear from another tee box.
Yes, I think we kept the volume at a reasonable number for sure.
Like the music, I think I know what people are gonna say. You're such a blast and this and that, whatever, right? But if you're parking your cart by the green and you could hear your music from the cart, I think that's a little too loud,
I agree. I agree to that.
right? And I'm not like golf courses is not every time you go golfing, it doesn't have to be top golf. I don't understand these people in the comments of what they said of the noise, and then the idiot that's saying, "Oh, my friends throw stuff at me when I'm playing." What kind of is that? Did you read that comment?
I did see that, and that reminded me of those videos where those kids like run the cart into their friends when they're swinging.
Yeah, I
That
mean, it's
that's
funny.
what that reminded me of.
Yeah, it's funny, but if I'm playing competitively, and he said they play competitively, you're playing competitively and you're throwing teas at someone.
Maybe that's
What?
how they play. Maybe that's how they play. I mean,
Okay,
it sounds stupid to me, but maybe that's how they
it's
play.
stupid. Okay, and here's to make it worse. If I'm the solo that's a random that I've said in the video, if I'm the solo that's a random joining your group and throwing teas at you, is that cool? No. A solo should be on
If
their
a solo did that to me into my group, I'd be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
right. And my point is, if you're playing a solo round and you're brand new to the game, I feel like you should be on your best behavior. Learn the rules, learn the etiquettes. What's so hard about it? And I have nothing against the dude. I maybe he might not he might see this, maybe I clip it, I don't know. But when we were playing Fox Run, he was an older gentleman playing his 1970s, 1980s classic rock music, and it was cart path. So obviously you could hear his music all day long. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of loud, right? And I get it that you're learning, you're trying to have a good time out here just golfing, but I don't know if that's like maybe someone should make a golf course that's like the top golf of golf, right? You want to do stupid here, this is how we play here.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are COVID golfers, right? The game is so popular now. And I think I read in one of your comments, it's like, I pay to play, right? So in their mentality, they pay to play too. So if I paid and I want to listen to music, I'll listen to music.
And I'm all for it, right? But
If you
here's
don't
the
like
thing.
classic rock,
No,
that's
no,
your
no, no.
problem.
No. Here's the answer to this. And I was saying this actually. When I go to the gym, there's this dude all the time. He just plays music from his phone. So imagine that you're standing next to this dude and you could hear his music. It's very similar to when you're in public places where someone's on their speakerphone.
Yeah,
Do
that
you
drives
need
me
to hear that
crazy.
conversation?
That drives me crazy. I hate that.
That's my point. So I think on the golf course, if you're going to listen to music, hey, that's cool. Wear some earbuds.
I guess if you're with 3 randoms, 3 strangers, yeah. Because if I started playing I've been the random before. I've been to random before and I put music on, but I put it very low, only enough where I could hear it in my car. So I get it. I've been that random
But
where
that's all.
everybody
But
there was a time when you guys all played and I had no one to play with for some reason. It was like the last minute round on a Saturday I played. Everybody was playing. My Grint was going crazy and I was like, man,
y-
I want to play
but
golf.
I'm telling you, these comments, some of them are so idiotic. So idiotic. You never been to a sporting event? Dude, I'm not playing basketball to listen to loud music in a stadium, but I promise you, when I'm going to play basketball, that's a pickup game. There's not loud music playing when we're playing a pickup game. I've never heard music when I was playing softball just out in the dugout. So these guys that are saying that you need to be mentally stronger, why don't you be more considerate of what's going on out there? And especially for golf, we're in a public space. It's a shared space that we're at. You have every right to listen to music. I have every right not to listen to what you're playing. I have
I
every right.
agree.
And you
I
know
agree.
what? If you're going to play music, I think it's within reason that you should wear earbuds.
Mm, I don't know
That
about
seems to
that.
be the simple solution. I go to the gym, you go to the gym. Don't you have earbuds? Why? Because you don't want to hear anything. You want to listen to your own stuff. Everyone around
I don't
you,
have earbuds. I don't wear earbuds.
but you don't play music from your speakerphone.
No, I listen to the music that they play there.
Well, that's right, and that's my point. It's just out there to listen to. But when you're in public places, no one needs to hear your phone call on a speakerphone. No one needs to listen to what you're listening to on YouTube. No one needs to listen to your music in a public space of what you're doing. There's people around you.
Well, my whole point was is that there's so many golfers now and there's so many opinions that there's no way to really please everybody. There's going to be people who throw things at each other when they're playing golf, and there's going to be other people who take it serious who, want quiet when they're trying to focus for the 10 seconds and they want everybody to shut up for those 10 seconds. And then there's people who just, play music and just are out there around, and people who don't keep score, which is crazy to me. My friend Mike, he doesn't keep score sometimes. It's crazy to me. I don't understand why. Makes no sense. But there's so many people playing this game, and everybody wants to play the game a certain way where it's too many opinions.
Hey, but there's only one right way, and it's the rules that someone went out of their way to create for us to play this game.
Hey,
Not
I think you have your own hater series going on out here.
hey,
You are the Korean Joey Cold Cuts. You play all these guys who are
is
hating
cold
on your
cuts good?
game. No, and neither are you. So
And
you guys are exactly the same.
don't put me in a don't put my name with his name then.
You guys are exactly the same. You guys complain about everything, and you guys both suck at golf. This is a great hater series for you. Maybe
Hey
you
man,
should tag
if
him, and maybe you should play Joey Cold Cuts.
if they want to play, I welcome the challenge. And you know what? The way we're gonna play is we'll play with the handicap system. Show me that you have the right handicap, because that's all I play with. That's all I play. I bet we record properly. We enforce very strict rules of the big ones, right? Out of bound, hazards, yada yada yada. We play by those big rules. Outside of all
Big
these
rule.
little
We
things, like
play by basically all the rules of golf.
for the most part, yeah, we do. So,
Well,
I
I
think
do. I don't know about you. I do.
I do, but I'm saying, like, in terms of the see, that's that's see, there you go, like that look on your face. We're supposed to be teammates.
No, we are, but I have my own opinions too. I see you take a drop and then fidget with the ball.
With a sour face, get out of here,
You
Benedict
know,
Arnold.
you're gonna bullshit all the time when you play out there.
My point though is, these guys in the comments, I did read what they had to say. I like how that one guy deleted his comments, trying to come at me all strong with his swing. And if they want to play, we can play.
I think you should have your own hater series. I think it would be hilarious. I'll video it.
Hey
I'll
man,
just go out there and video.
if they want to play, we can play. We'll set up the rules. I think we should play with the handicap and let
Why?
the best man win. I don't I seriously don't like, okay, if a guy that's gonna hate on me that's a scratch golfer and wants to play me straight up, so okay, little pocket versus big pocket, like that's kind of stupid, right? I
Yeah.
mean, that's just stupid. I'm a scratch golfer wants to pick on me, right? It's like, oh, okay, good job punching down. So let's just play with handicaps. I think it's a perfect equalizer. If you have a legitimate handicap, I have a legitimate handicap. Let's play.
You heard it here. Jeff is looking for haters to play. He's tired of all the haters in the comments.
Hey man,
He's
they're just
finally
I
he's
don't even
finally
care
got to
about the
Jeff's head.
I don't even care about those haters. They had such stupid opinions that I'm pretty sure I'd wax them on the course out there. That's how dumb they are. Ooh. Do you get bothered by the birds? Yeah, I also get bothered by the sun. Yeah, the squirrel running by. Well, it's like, no, I wasn't talking about that. I'm simply talking about proper golf etiquette. Why is it so hard to follow proper etiquette?
Jeff, I think that's our time here. I think you
Yeah,
have
yeah,
something.
like I don't want to discuss these comments anymore. These guys, if they
I think
want
you
a
have
piece.
something. I think you have something here brewing. You got a hater series going on.
No, you know what's actually brewing? The guys with the stupid comments will never step up to the plate, and the guys that agree with me all have invited us out to their state to come play for fun. That's what has
I'm
happened.
surprised. I'm surprised they invited us when they see our golf videos come out.
Well,
How
because they
bad
know
we
they
are.
know I know that yeah, it's like, well, thank you, right? Like you don't think our game is that bad to ask us to come out to Canada or Arizona or Utah, right? But I mean, we're getting these invites on social to come out and play, and not to like as a hater series, right? But they just like, hey, let's do a brother versus brother. That sounds fun. I think there was a group in Arizona, right? It's like, yeah, my
I
brother and I,
saw
we
those
always,
two older white guys. I think
yeah,
we would whoop them.
I'm
Hope they
sure we
watch
will.
this, but
I'm
we would
sure we
whoop you guys.
I'm sure we will whoop them, but do you see that that's our proper audience, the guys that understand the golf etiquette. These guys that have these stupid comments, they're just dumb. They would not be able to. I already know they wouldn't be able to beat me on the golf course already.
Well, Jeff, you have something brewing here. You got a hater series. You got a ton of haters. I have a few. You have a ton of them. If there's
Yeah,
any
but none
haters
of the.
out there in the social media world who are in the Chicagoland area, please let us know. You can play my brother 1v1, and we'll see if these haters can actually drive the ball 300 yards like they say, but don't know how to putt or something. So I think you got something going on here. You got a hater series going on. You got a lot of haters. You got a lot of mouths to shut up.
Yeah, yeah, we'll take care of them. Well, let's wrap up. And you call. You know what? You got me fired up. You call your boy Cowboy and you call Asian Wick. They want a 2v2. You told me that we should do a different setting because of me. No, we should do a different setting because of them. Let's just do gross strokes. Total gross strokes. They want to do straight up. We could do straight up. Total gross strokes.
Wow. Oh, I'll call him and let him know what you said.
Let them know. Put them on
I'll call him and
speaker.
let him know what you said.
Record it too.
It is recorded. I'll just drop this to that.
No, I'm saying record your
Well,
call and let them know.
well, that's the end of today's episode. You got my brother very heated out here. This guy needs to go calm down. If you're new here, like, share, subscribe. And also, if you're new or old here, let us know how we should define an actual winner for the event in our league. Because sometimes people have to leave, and sometimes there's two winners for first place. We need to figure out who wins. And also, if you're a hater in the Chicagoland area who's not a scratch golfer and you don't like my brother's opinions about golf, please send us a DM or a comment or something that you want to play him because I would love to see it. I'd love to see my brother shut these haters up if he can. We'll
They
see.
will catch these hands, dude. They will catch these hands if we. I've seen enough videos. I'm done. If they want to step up, they could step up. That on TikTok saying, or no, did you see the YouTube comment? You're just making clickbait stuff. I'm like, what the are you talking about making clickbait stuff? Shut the up. Tired of these.
A villain is born. A villain has been born. Thank you guys for watching. Comment in here if you want to play my brother, and we'll see you next time. And I will see you Saturday.
All
I'm off
right.
to the range actually. I need to go practice.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna do some punting drills. See you.
Mm. I'll see you Saturday.